a video. I'm not gonna mention this guy's name because I don't want to promote him, but he's a cool guy. He's a young kid, 21 years old, just became a millionaire in a year and a half from not only that he did Amazon, because he was in college, then he dropped out of college because he started selling on Amazon. As soon as he started selling $10,000 worth per month, he went out and he bought himself a Corvette. And then he used up all his money because he's a young kid and he had to do a big down payment, get a co-signer, that kind of thing. So he then took this information, put it in organized, you know, full fashion, made a video course, and he put it on this website, kind of like it's a university type of website where people could pay for the course and learn. And he's charging for his course, $497. I did not actually take his course because I think I know information just as good as he does, because I constantly research, and I already, even though I haven't done it yet, I already know a lot about Amazon. And so all he's teaching the people is how to start in Amazon, like step by step, step by step. I could actually do the same thing, but he charges for that course. And guess what, guys? He's also making videos on YouTube. He just started on YouTube, so he's also making money from YouTube, from Amazon, and now from courses. But guess what happened, guys? He was making only $10,000 per month, ran out of money completely, could not make the new investments. Well, I mean, he didn't run the money like zero, but he could not make the same type of purchases. Well, he didn't have the purchasing power he once had to purchase products to sell on Amazon. I guess he had like a little bit less, or whatever he had left over for sale, you know. So he needed a new strategy, so he came up with this idea, 2.5 hours long. Look at this, this video is probably 2.5 hours now, and he sold it as a course. And basically, like, what happened is almost 4,000 people bought the course. Not right away, because he started this months ago, like months ago. We're not even talking, this information is not even a year old. And immediately, as soon as he launched that course, guys, he sold $270,000 worth in 1 month. So now, I mean, this kid's sharing all his information. The only thing he doesn't share is what kind of products he buys. Like, see, I share with you guys what kind of product I buy, but he's not sharing because obviously you're gonna go buy that product and now he's not gonna make any money with that product. So you see, it doesn't make any sense to share that idea, but he does tell you how to find a good product, all this other good stuff. So his information is valuable because he's showing to somebody, hey, pay me $500, I'm going to show you how to make $10,000. Or would you really pay somebody like that? I think you would. If you don't know how to make $10,000 and somebody shows you how to make, you know, $10,000, just investing $1,000 and making that type of money, I think it's really interesting. I think a lot of people will hop on it, and that's what happened with him. So guess what happened then, guys? He started making this crazy income, and then that same, I guess, month, or maybe like the next month over, he bought himself a Lamborghini Huracan. And he put a big down payment on it. He didn't pay it off completely, but he probably paid like half of it off. And then of course he keeps selling. He's making between $270,000 to $300,000 and a little bit above that, guys, every single month, just from that single course. So now this kid is buying himself like $600,000 house. I mean, he's in California somewhere, so $600,000 house is not going to be nothing amazing, but he's also thinking about becoming a real estate investor and all this other good stuff. And he's working on some kind of software he wants to come out with. But you see, guys, you start doing something, you take risk, and then all of a sudden, this could explode and be like, just something else. You know what really got me thinking, though? I didn't find this kid until I already pretty much had all my information. Because he does share some information on his YouTube channel, but not step by step, just kind of like basic stuff that the question that you may have, you know. He shares, I think, a lot more than some others do. But I stumbled in on this one video, guys. There was this one girl. She was really shy, but really pretty girl, but really shy to make videos and stuff on YouTube. She was not on YouTube before, but then she started making YouTube videos. But she was on her boyfriend's YouTube channel because her boyfriend likes to talk about business, and he also sells on Amazon. This girl is making $40,000 a month. Okay, all she wanted to do is make like extra $400 or extra $1,000 like a month, you know, for her, because she was a student, and just some extra money. So she bought herself a sponge from China, and she probably paid like $1 for it, and she started selling I think like for like 10 or 15 bucks. So you might be thinking, why would I pay that much money? But anyways, she started to be pretty successful selling that sponge, and then she moved on to selling some kind of eyeshadow or like eye makeup, mascara, I believe, and that didn't go too well, even though it's a more expensive product. It was her brand, but it didn't end up going so good. But she moved on to this other product and this other product, and she finally found a product that's making her $40,000 a month, guys. And of course she shared what the product was. That product is actually a waist trainer, guys. I mean, you might not even think waist trainer, you know, but it's for girls. You know, they want to get their waist smaller, so they use a waist trainer, and then they have to buy another one to make it smaller, and then when their waist is smaller, they get another one smaller, you know. So she make a YouTube channel where she's showing people how to do like yoga and exercise, and she markets her waist trainers through her YouTube. And of course they sell on Amazon like crazy, and now she's launching her own store, which is going to be on her website, and she just keeps making money. And she's just a 21-year-old girl. So look at me, I'm 35 years old. I guess I'm not that smart to try to, you know, make money early on, you know, but if you think about it, guys, information wasn't always available like it is right now. People weren't always sharing this kind of information. I remember when my dad came to me and he's like, Serge, I need to open up a business for my trucking company. Can you help me do it? I'm like, well, what do you know? He's like, I don't know nothing. Nobody's telling me nothing. Everybody's like, they open up a business and they think they're so cool, and you know, they don't tell no information. I'm like, okay, let's go do it. I didn't know how to do it, but I immediately went to downtown. I said, where do you open up a business? You know, and they're like, okay, go there, go there. And then I find a place. Less than 4 hours, my dad's business was up and running. You know, so instead of having him pay somebody to do it, you know, people didn't want to share. People don't want to share their information because they want to charge to open up a business for you, and which I also will have on my channel, guys. How to open up your own business, how to do your own taxes. I do everything myself, guys. I'm my own guy for everything, you know. So driving was actually kind of like, I got into it kind of like because I was doing construction, and I was making $7,000 a month to start out with, and then housing market crashed 2007. So I didn't know what else to do, you know. So I went into expedite. So I'm an entrepreneur, guys, and probably an entrepreneur. I always think about making money. It's kind of weird. I'm not obsessed with money, but I think money's a game. I think money's a strategy, and I think money to me is interesting to me. Like, I really don't have the love of money. This is not going to be easy to believe, because you're thinking, man, this guy's talking about nothing about money. But to me, it's kind of like, it's a game. How can I make more? What can I do to make it? Because really, this life is really a strategy. There's people involved, and as long as you figure out the strategy and what you could be doing, all kinds of doors are gonna open up, guys. And that is interesting, you know, like when this kind of stuff happens to you. And then, guys, you know, like what else people end up doing? Like once they do their Amazon thing and they're selling Amazon, well, now they write a book. They write a book. And they publish a book, guess where? On Amazon, on audible.com. And now they're actually selling their book on Kindle, on Amazon, and they're making all kinds of money. Speaking about books, I want to make this really quick example, guys. Robert Kiyosaki was not rich. And at that time, he was not rich. He went to some kind of island to take, because he was doing real estate investing. I mean, it was going, but slow. Real estate is slow, especially if you're starting out buying houses and putting renters in there, because now your money's tied up. Now you got to get the money out, and that's a whole another ball game. But anyways, he wrote this book. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and that's an interesting book, guys. I definitely advise you to read it. That book sold like so many copies, guys, like millions. And guess what? Robert Kiyosaki says, I'm not a writer. My teacher used to tell me, you cannot read, you cannot write. How are you going to become a writer? You know, and you know, he kind of talks about kind of like funny like that. And then he was trying to write his book, and they looked at his book and like, this, what is this? You know, you're not a writer. This is not how books are written. And then he used to say he's a writer, and then people like look at what he wrote. He's like, yeah, we're writers. You're not a writer. You know, they made fun of him. Publishers would not publish his book because they think he could not sell. And he actually self-published. And then Oprah Winfrey found out about it, and she's thinking, is this story true? Did he really have rich dad? Did he really have poor dad? Is this a true story? If this is a true story, I want to speak to him. So she called him on the show, and he was on some island, and he was not planning to come back until like later on, and he got contacted. He's like, hey, you better get an Oprah Winfrey show because